Pardon me, I was absorbed in thought.
Hear ye, hear ye. Let the record show that this viewer was here first.
Hello everyone, how are we doing? How are we doing? Happy Sunday. I'm knackered. Don't forgetting first J, actual first. And honorary first goes to Badger. How he's doing? Hello Ratsa. Early watching videos and Discord alternatives. What's Discord alternatives? Here for a tattoo. Oh, Discord, I get what you mean. Never mind, it's fine. Don't need to explain. Here for my tattoo brag. You might be. Yeah, might be. Hello Orbital, how you doing today? And Boog as well, how are you? I am so tired. I'm not used to doing stuff. I don't do stuff because it makes me tired. Is the reason really. But I've been out 2 days in a row. I've put shoes on 2 days in a row. I've driven somewhere 2 days in a row. And not like me. I've finally discovered, I'm now finally one of those people that has fallen asleep during a tattoo. It wasn't like a long sleep, but like I dozed during a tattoo today, and I have never done that. So I'll show you them in a minute. Other than physically, yeah. Is it, how do you pronounce that? Is it Gree or Grease? It looks very pretty. Very pretty game. Wee tattooing app. It was a wee tattooing app. Literally, I woke up because she was like, does that feel okay? I'm like, yeah. She's like, I'm finished. I'm like, oh, okay, well, I missed all of that. Doing tired. Had lunch with family, so I had to socialise, so I'm drained, but otherwise I'm fine. Socialisation's better, like, it's tiring. It's tiring. I get it. Need a nap. Been stuck in the house today. Yeah, Jay's been stuck in the house 2 days in a row. So yeah, yesterday I went to Capital Sci-Fi Con in Edinburgh, and it was really good. It was really good. I got to meet Rich Keeble and Max Sense. I can never pronounce his surname, and I feel really bad. Or Bolza? Anyway, Mayoko and SK, and many other characters, from Expedition 33, and they might be actually the nicest humans I've ever had the chance to sort of meet, like, in a public setting like that. They were so nice. Like, they were just really sound. I met up with, I drove a little ways away from my house and parked up and then got into Rachel's car, and she was the one that actually did the driving to Edinburgh, because I'm not brave enough for that. 45 streaks! 45 streaks, Jay! That's a lot of streaking. Thank you for 45 streaks. Sitting right here. I didn't meet you in a public setting. I was very particular about my choice of words because I don't want anybody to get upset that, like, you know, I'm saying that, right? And meet you in a public setting. I've met a few people in public settings, and they're not sometimes very nice, or they're very standoffish and brusque. That wasn't the case. There's an ad incoming, but like, sorry, if you can hear, I hope you can hear the music. I have got like a little bit of background music on. Kinda worried about, like, it says it's DMCA free. Don't know if it is. So I've got it quite low, but I'm hoping you can hear a little bit, so it's not just silence for you. Hello, Snuggle, how you doing? People don't believe I actually exist. You never see both of us at the same time. That's not true. You've come in and brought your hand into the shot and stuff. There's clips of you shaving my head and me shaving your head. We have heard you though, yeah. Nah, I'm throwing my voice. I've actually got a really, really deep voice, and I can throw it to the other side of the room. Very talented that way. I think, yeah, how's it? Who is the Frankie Boyle lookalike in the pic? Frankie Boyle lookalike? You talking about Rich Keeble? Because he's got a ginger beard? Or the voice thrower 86, yeah. Well, I also said a really stupid thing to Jay, and Jay obviously corrected me on it. So there was a thing at the con called Jimmy Henson's Experience. There we go. Jimmy Henson, not Jim Henson's, but it was like a guy singing with a banjo, and he did have like a wee mouth organ thingy as well. And the other guy was singing, and he had Muppets. And I remember turning around to Rach and being like, "He's not really a good ventriloquist though, is he?" And she nodded, but I'm pretty sure she's like looking at me like, "You're an idiot," because as Jay pointed out when I said it, the people that do the Muppets aren't ventriloquists. They don't, like, they're normally hidden so their mouth can move as much as they want. But I was like, yeah, bad ventriloquist though, not doing Kermit like a good service here, and realised that wouldn't have been his job anyway. So that was one of the stories that I told Jet yesterday, and he thought it was really funny. Old enough to remember a young Frankie. I don't. He definitely doesn't look like him in person. Yeah. I don't know how these skills work. You see, they're not my thing. I was just there. I was just there. But it was fun. I bought a couple of things, so I thought I'd show yous and stuff as well. So, like, start off with this. Right, I don't need a dice. I certainly don't need a D20, but it's purple. Like, it's very pretty. It's a handmade dice. And it's massive. And I really, really like it. Basically, it spoke to me when we were walking past the stall. And, I was like talking to the person, and she went, "Oh, I like your nails," and then realised that this one had just yeeted itself away from me. I found it on the floor, but they're not fake nails. It was just how many layers of nail polish on, because there is a, like, it was meant to be like kind of Expedition 33 coded. I had 33 written in that nail, funnily enough, but like the colours didn't quite, the vision didn't quite happen, but like, yeah. But then I picked this. Hello, Bacon. It is a chunky die. And now it's from Ditsy Little Dice. I've just realised that my camera's flipped, so you just won't see that. It's called Mistra's Potion, and all her handmade dice are one-offs as well. So that's why you get like the little adoption card as well with it. So they're all unique, they're all one-offs. And I think that's pretty cool. So I bought that. She was nice. She was chatting. It wasn't like, you know, when you go to conventions, like you've got some people that do the hard sells, and then you've got people that are just genuinely just chatting to people that are looking at stuff. She wasn't doing like a hard sell or anything, she was just chatting. And I was like, I don't need that, but I think I should use it to make decisions when I'm at work. I can roll it if I'm feeling feisty. Look and see if there are any cons in Glasgow soon. I'm guessing MCM still appears in Glasgow, but I don't know. I don't know what it's like nowadays. I've not been for a really long time. Like, also, with this convention, I haven't, like, I've not been at a convention for years. And I think Capital Sci-Fi Con might have been the last one I went to. And we stopped by a shop called Metal Thistle. Now, they make chainmail and, like little linked bracelets and stuff like that, using, like, chainmail links and scales. And, I saw this little thing sitting on the table. It's a little owl. Oh wait, his wee eyes. Sitting great. Wait, why is that not sitting right? There we go. There we go. But he's got two little wings. A little owl face. And weirdly enough, when we went years and years ago to the very first Capital Sci-Fi Con, I bought a bracelet from her. She's based up in Lookers. And again, she's also really, really lovely. But like, her stuff's really cool. And she also sells like Pride jewellery and stuff. And every month, 20% of like her profits from our Pride collection go to LTG. What's the youth charity in Scotland? For it says on our page. I'm gonna get it on our page, because if I'm gonna talk about something, I'm gonna get the right information, just in case. Just in case. LGBTQ plus... No, LGBT Youth Scotland every month. So yeah, she does that too. So yeah, that's a thing that she does. I think that's cool. I didn't actually buy that much. The most of the money I spent was like meeting Rich and Max. But I did buy one other thing. No, I bought two other things. One was a pack of fudge. Which we've eaten some of. But it was like cherry fudge, mint fudge, raspberry fudge, and marshmallow fudge, I think. It is the least grainy fudge I've ever eaten. It was really good. We've not eaten it all. Like, I only bought it yesterday. Like, steady. But, I enjoyed it immensely. I got a sample and I was sold. But yeah. The other thing, so Rach was buying stickers, and I made the mistake of looking at another stall, and the guy there was like, "Oh, I made this, I wrote this," and because I'd went, "Oh, I like that cover," so I now have issue 1 of Hyena Man, because it's got a cool cover. Again, I know it's flipped, so you can't really read it, right? But it's also got a signature as well. I'm like really easy to pressure into buying things. So yeah, I got that. But like supporting an Edinburgh comic book maker, writer. I don't know what the words are. I now can't get this back in the thing. But yeah. So, and I got like a map of the world with it, like as in set, like how the universe is set up with, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I will end up reading that as well. But it's not, he didn't pressure me in any way. He was literally there. He was literally there, and he just said, I made this. And I was like, here, take my money. It's the thing. It doesn't have to be a hard sell. What's fudge? It's like sugar, condensed milk, and water. I don't know what. It's just very sweet. It's very sweet and tasty. It's kind of like tablet or like solid caramel and toffee. It's like in that same family of foods. Yeah, 120% sugar. Yeah, yeah. It's just a lot of sugar, a lot. But yeah, I see the fudge chat as well happening. And then the thing that I most like, I obviously went there for, right? And yous have seen it if you've been in Discord or I've posted it. But like, I'm so happy with that. I'm happy with their outfits, and it was fun meeting them because okay. In fact, we're talking back about fudge. I didn't bring it through because I knew I was going to eat it all, or I thought I was going to eat it all. But the fudge is from the Galloway Fudge Company, and it's homemade, made in Scotland, and gluten free. It was reasonably priced as well. And I'll show you some of the cherry stuff. So that is like the cherry one. And it's got like, I'm pretty sure it's real cherries that's in it. But it tastes very nice. Make that around the corner. Hello, Disintegrate, how you doing? But yeah, we've got mint and marshmallow and raspberry as well. It's very nice, but it's very sweet. You only need a little bit of it. I'm good. I'm good. I'm tired. I'm just tired. So we're not, I don't know what we're actually doing today. We're just gonna have a chat. And like talk about what I've been up to this weekend. And you can tell me what you've been up to this weekend if you wanna. But yeah. That's Rich. Well, that's Rach. And then that's Rich Keeble. And that's Max Sense. And obviously the other person's me. But me and Rach were dressed as baguettes. And I have never said bonjour to so many people in my entire life. And I've been to France. Is it you? Yeah, you were the one that went. But yeah, I've been to France and I've never said bonjour so many times than what I did at that convention. Like everybody that we went, but even Stormtrooper tried to take a bite out of my baguette after saying bonjour. The one person changed it up. One person changed it up. One person was like au revoir, and I'm like au revoir. When we first went in, they were on a panel. Rich, Max, and Nola Klopp, who plays Gustav's sister, I think. They were on a panel, and there was like folk going up and asking them questions and stuff. I was like counting. I was like, including us two, there's only 7 baguette outfits. I'm concerned. Like I figured there'd be like loads more. And then as we were going about the con, there was someone that was dressed up. There was like a group of them. There was like Sophie, Gustav, Verso. I think someone was maybe Minoko as well. We've got a picture somewhere. I think Rachel's still got it. But so there was a few more people. But when we went in to get the photo taken, there wasn't that many people there that had got a photo. So we went in and we were the last people. And they were just standing chatting to us for like a good 5 minutes. Like just talking. And then we went to get stuff signed. I say we. I went to get stuff signed. I was getting my steelbook signed. And like Rach ended up like being like, you know what, because they've been so nice, I'm getting stuff signed too. But they were standing, like we spoke to both of them like individually for like 5-10 minutes while like we were just waiting for like you know, getting their signatures and stuff. They're like, what do you want on it? Like, what line would you like? Is there anything specific you want? And then we were just talking about, like, you know, the experience of like playing Expedition 33 and stuff like that. And I showed Max my tattoo, and like his face lit up. It lit up. And then he was like, "Oh, I need to give you both a hug," and everything like that. And it was just really nice. Like I've seen people at those kinds of events before, and they're not as personable as that, because they're literally like, it feels like they're just doing a job and they're like hating it, but they have to do it because that's how they get fans. But like, they seemed very genuine. Hello, Spork. How you doing? How you doing? How's your weekend going? But yeah, you won't, again, because the camera's flipped. In fact, also because it's really hard to see. But from Rich, we got, Laura, I won't say thank you. Thank you. Okay, bye. And then from Max, got bonjour mon ami. Losing a rock is better than never having a rock. So yes, if I could get Jennifer English and Ben Starr as well to sign it, that would be great. If I could get Charlie Cox and Andy Serkis to sign it, even better. But we'll see. I'm not holding out hope for that, but it would be quite cool. And Rachel said that we should make it a lifetime goal to get them. Like, get them to sign stuff. Jennifer English, the Empress is over, yes. Yes. Or Mael. Or Shadowheart. Or... can't remember a character in that X photo, but I really want to play that. I'll have to get my vinyl signed. See, I did think about taking the vinyls, but I was actually really scared in case, like, damage happened to them. That authorism. What does that mean? I know the vocal director of Baldur's Gate 3. Yes, Aliona. Aliona's girlfriend. Cox and Andy Serkis won't be very hard to get. Not impossible though. It would be very hard to get. Yeah, there's a limit to how much money I could spend to travel to see them. I was thinking that, but I was like, nah, that can't be right. But yeah, okay. I was thinking euphemism. But it was really nice. It was really nice. There was a guy that was dressed up as, I think it's Gibbs from Pirates of the Caribbean, and there was like another baguette person that was talking to us, and he came over and he was just like that. So I was like, oh, well, you think we're mimes? Okay, so I started doing this and like putting myself like into a box, and he was like, who put you in a box, lassie? He was like proper broad Scot. And we were standing talking to him for a bit. A guy came up to us and was like, can I get a photo with you? And we're like, yeah, sure, fine. And he took the photo and he's like, I'm also doing a little video thing for the con. Are you okay? Like, do you want to be in that? And he's like, pretend to be French, right? And Rach was like, baguette. And then all of a sudden she started doing that. And I was like, that's fucking Italian. She was like, it is Italian. Alison and Carlax VAs to sign my PG3 record. That's cool. I'm just scared in case like things like that get damaged. Those are things that will never leave my house, I don't think. Even though like the likelihood of me actually listening to the vinyl is probably pretty slim. I don't want them damaged. But that is now a thing that I should really consider. If I was to meet them again. But yeah, they seem nice. My worry as well, I took my own bubble wrap. Yeah, so I took my rucksack with me, and I put a jacket, or I took my cloak with me, in case it was cold, but it was actually alright. But like I was glad of it because I could put everything like I bought in it as well. So my steelbook was just like safely tucked away. Don't take the vinyl, you take the cover. Yeah, I don't want to damage the cover either though. I wouldn't want to do that. Like, I'd feel bad if I'd done that too. Hi. What else happened? There was someone in an inflatable dinosaur costume, and it was adorable. Like the actual costume, I have no idea who was in said costume, right? But it was kind of half deflated, so he just looked sad. Like the dinosaur, he just looked sad. Like his head was like low down, and he was like the person was walking in the smoking area. And like the dinosaur is the saddest dinosaur I've ever seen. It was literally just like, and yeah, mate, I don't think I could breathe for a little bit. There was also a cursed Mr. Blobby. Now Mr. Blobby's cursed anyway, but like this was proper cursed. I'm not entirely sure why this thing existed, but it was fucking terrifying. Blobby, Mr. Blobby, yeah. Spork, please Google Mr. Blobby. It is suitable for work. It's not rude or anything. The Prestosaurus, yeah. What a shame. Why is Mr. Blobby? I don't know. I ask myself that often. I don't like Mr. Blobby. Mr. Blobby is extremely rude. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't understand why Mr. Blobby is a famous figure in the UK. I don't get it. But yeah, there was a very cursed one. Like I'm pretty sure like if there hadn't been like a little tiny bit of material, like there was like a hole in the costume and stuff, like, and like the smile was buckle, and like it was a cursed Mr. Blobby. Darth Vader almost took me out. He walked past us and went, "Ladies," and then, but he didn't. I don't think he sort of knew what trajectory he was going on to, because we stopped. Like we stopped walking, and next thing he like shoulder barged me. So yeah, Darth Vader tried to kill me. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. Number one in the pop chat. It was also one of the first tapes that I ever bought so that I could give it to my mum. Because even as a child, I knew that I wanted to cause my mum pain. Clearly. Yeah. But yeah, there were some cool vendors. It's like, it's not a very big con. Like I got a weekend ticket even though I knew I was only going for one day. It's not a very big con, but it is for charity, so it's for Chaz, the children's charity. And so like I didn't mind buying a weekend ticket. I think like there was like lots of charity stalls as well as the other vendor stalls and stuff like that. Like it's one that I would recommend if you can go to it. Just because one, it's for a good cause. Two, the guy Keith who runs it. So we met Keith. I don't know why. Actually, I don't know how I properly met Keith. I'm sure I met him before he done Capital Sci-Fi Con. Because I'm friends with him on Facebook. Like, I don't actually know. He always dressed up as Chewbacca though. Like in a really, really, really good costume. Like a proper high standard costume. And they used to be part of a group that would go about the towns and stuff and collect money for Chaz. And now he runs that. So like literally I'd turn to Rach and be like, oh, there'll probably be Chewbacca like wandering about. That'll be Keith. Next thing, Keith walks past us in a t-shirt because he's clearly running the con and is big enough now that he's not dressing up, I guess. With his cosplay crew. But aye. It sounds like I had a crack in it. It was really good. It was really good. And like Rach was very good company as well. I've only like been able to see her in person like twice, but she's a very nice human, and I recommend you went to her channel or her YouTubes. She's got several YouTubes. If you're looking for somebody to watch, it's been so long since I've actually done a shout out that I don't actually know how to. Let me... Is that right? Jay. I believe that's her. But like one of the last things, she'd done a rerun this week, and she was basically going through the Lord of the Rings scripts. So this was something she'd done a couple of years ago, maybe. And she like voices all the other the characters and stuff. She plays a lot of Souls games. I think she's playing Cult of the Lamb and stuff at the moment as well. So yeah, I think he was like her. She's also Scottish, which is you know a big bonus. That definitely helps. So you just keep telling me, I don't actually know if it does. But she was very good company. And yeah, we got McDonald's beforehand. It's the first McDonald's I've tried for ages. If anybody has not done it yet, they're doing like a donut coffee. Don't drink that, because you know why? It tastes like burnt toffee. It's vile. It is vile. Oh, vile wasn't the right word. It just wasn't good. Could have been way better. I do like Scottish accents. See, I think so we were having a conversation in the car where she was like, I don't sound very Scottish. And I was like, that's weird because I think you sound more Scottish than me. She was like, no, you sound more Scottish than me. I'm like, no. You like Scottish accents? I mean, like, I like accents in general, but Scottish is one of my faves. An alright one. Jay, your accent is fine. You're just harder to understand. Because you speak really fast. No, you're the true Scotsman. Aye. The other thing that I did this weekend was I got some new tattoos. Now, trigger warning, I guess, because they're under second skin, which I normally don't do. But they are under second skin. And one of them is a little bit second skin like, which you'll understand in a minute, right? The other ones are not, so it's just one of them, but it's a little bit bloody. So first one we got done. This is a terrible way to show off my tattoos. Well, post photos. But yeah, I got a sock lever. And it does kind of close when I shut my arm. So that is the first one. I was shitting myself because my intention wasn't really to get such a big tattoo. But then she was like, "Oh, it'll look good like that." I was like, "Yeah, it does look good like that." She's also very skilled at the shading. So nobody has ever tattooed me like this before, and it's the best way to be tattooed, honest. So she started here at the handle, and she done the line work and the shading in tandem, so that by the time she got here, it was finished, right? And nobody has ever done that. Every other tattoo I've had, they've done the outline first, and then like by that point it's starting to scab a little bit, and then they have to go into the shading, which comes from the outline, and it's like you're just opening up that wound again, so like the shading hurts way more. Whereas she didn't do that, and while there was a couple, like that bit there, like at my elbow, was real sore. Flex those biceps. There's nothing there. Like it's the same curvature when I put my arm up as down. So like, it was really good. It was a really good experience. Then my second one is this one, which I think is going to look really squint when I show yous, but it's not really. But is my Zweihander. So it's obviously got a little bit of flair and stuff to it. That she added. So it's got like some thorns and that around it. But that was just to fill like a wee gap. This one is the one that I fell asleep to. So I was on my front. I basically had to just face plant the desk, like the bed, the tattoo bed, right? Because I couldn't use this arm because it's a pillow, because I just had that tattooed. So I'd face planted it, and my arm was like this, so I tattooed the side of it. And I fell asleep. Literally just, it was one of them where she was like, "Is it okay?" And I'm like, "Huh?" She's like, "We're done." I'm like, "Oh, okay." Tattoos is so scary. To be fair, I get scared still. Like, I always get really nervous beforehand, because every tattoo that you get, unless it's a cover-up, is the first time you've been tattooed in that same spot. So you don't know how it's going to feel. A German two-handed sword. Yay! Because, Dark Souls. My favourite weapon in Dark Souls. That's why I got a Zweihander. And then the last one, so this is the one that does have blood on it, and it makes it look really badass. Unfortunately, I can't get red ink, so I can't exactly, I can't, like, you know, get this. But I've also got the Hunter's Mark, which looks really badass with the blood, not gonna lie. But that was probably one of the most painful one today, like, consistently as a tattoo, because it was like, it's packed in, like it's all outline, rather than the other ones being like mainly shading. So yeah. Dark Souls have Germany. No, but they have Zweihanders, because it's a sword type. They have claymores as well. They don't have Scotland. When's the anchor tattoo? I can maybe fit that in somewhere on this arm. Like that, there's a little gap there. You're allowed to thread? Yes. I am. Wait, that's your blood. Yes. So, I've got something on it called Second Skin, and it's basically like a sticky thing. And what happens is, once you get a tattoo, like, your body kind of pushes some of the ink out, and obviously it bleeds, and there's plasma and stuff. It catches all of that. And then you take that off and give it a clean. You can put more on, or you can just let it air heal and stuff, like just through the air, and moisturizing and stuff like that. But yeah, it's the first time I've used Second Skin for a long time. All right. Why can't you get rid of ink? I'm genuinely allergic to it. So, I have 2 red tattoos that no longer have red in them. My Pokeball got infected after being, so the thing that triggered, I think what triggered the actual allergic reaction was sunburn from a sunbed. It like done something to the tattoo, then it got infected, and yeah, I'm not willing to risk it anymore. Just in case, because I might not have an allergic reaction, but I do remember when the Pokeball was healing, it was a bit weird. And then the one on my hip that I have that's red no longer has red ink in it, and it was after the Pokeball infection that happened. Like, it literally just, it got really, really raised and really gross. But it wasn't actually infected or anything like that. It was just rejecting the red ink. Apparently, if you're allergic to penicillin, you're more likely to be allergic to red ink, which I am allergic to penicillin, which is also the thing that probably almost killed me when I was explaining to the doctor that I was having an allergic reaction, because they gave me penicillin to treat the infection. And then I had to phone NHS 24 and tell them that I was going to do incredibly bad things if they did not see me, because I was vomiting and genuinely miserable because of the itching that was happening, because of the pills that I was on that I told the doctor I can't have, and they gave me them anyway. So yeah, that was really fun. I had to, so, because the worst part is I went back to the doctor and was like, I've got loads of little red spots on me, I'm really itchy, and he was like, no, it's fine, it's fine, you know, it's probably just something else, not related. Okay then. And by that, like, evening, I was so itchy that I was being sick, and I had to phone NHS 24, and I basically, to get an appointment, I think I basically threatened them with fleeing myself if they didn't get someone to see me, because I was in so much, I was like, I've never been so uncomfortable in my entire life. But yeah, that's seriously hard to say. Thing is though, like, The doctor was just like, oh, you're probably not allergic to it because like mums overreact and you might have just been a little bit red when you had it as a child. Now, I know for a fact that my mum overreacted to a lot. My allergy wasn't one of them. Like, it wasn't one of those things. So, yeah. About 3 days of sun a year, yeah. It's just to get sun. So technically I also went in a sunbed when I was in Florida. So, you know, I know that in America there is sunbeds as well. It was a whole plot point in Final Destination. Oh yeah. That's me tattoos. I'm very happy with them. And I think I'll probably go back to her as well. You mean tan in bed? Yes, yes. We call them sunbeds because they pretend to be the sun. You know? Like there's logic. There's logic in it. Like I have to swear there is logic. But yeah, can totally recommend the tattoo artist. She's very nice. She's quite quiet, so like we didn't chat that much. Like she would ask me a question and I would answer it, and then maybe like I'd have a little bit of back and forth with her. Or like I'd ask her a question and she'd answer it. But like we were just sitting in a sort of comfortable silence for the majority of it. Scotland doesn't get any sun, they have to have fake sun. They're down in England as well. They're also an English thing. I'm pretty sure you call them sunbeds down there. Because if not, that's just weird. You wouldn't call them a tanning bed. You don't have them in England. Yes, you do! As we English, still the Scottish one. You know what? Nobody would be surprised. Nobody would be surprised. We have cloud beds. I'm pretty sure you have enough of that too. Yeah, no, I weirdly, like, when me, my mum, and my dad went to Florida when I was, well, not a kid, so the last time I went to Florida, it was just after Hurricane Katrina. I think I was about 16. And, like, the weather wasn't great. So we went to a sunbed and got a sunbed while we were in Florida, which, yeah. It's always so sunny here. Look, I know you live closer to I was going to say the horizon, that's not what I meant, the equator, than me. But it's not always sunny. It can't be always sunny. Wait till they put a meter on it. Exactly. Exactly. I just want to say as well, for anyone who wasn't here, I think it was on Wednesday. So next week, me, Badger, and Gamma are going to be playing some Elden Ring Seamless Co-op. And we're going to be trying to raise money for special effect. And as part of that, so as part of the Elden Ring Seamless Co-op, we're going to be fighting as many bosses as we can fight. The bosses that we kill, I'm going to put to be determined amount into the pot. And then, you know, if you would like to donate and stuff, I'll have the links and everything like that. I don't want you to feel pressured to donate, because I know not everyone can, and I don't want you to feel pressured. If you can, we'll be doing some extra challenges potentially as well, to make it a little bit more difficult for us and everything like that. And aye. Been super rainy here in Hawaii. See, Hawaii, I would suggest, like, I would feel like it wouldn't normally be super rainy, but I feel like everywhere's getting rain now. Yeah, night rain? No, just normal Elden Ring. Because if we did it with night rain, we would literally only be like killing like 3 bosses or something. We're not as good at night rain as what we are at Elden Ring. In Normandy, I don't see the sun very much. I'm wondering how it can get sunny in England. Alright, so no, what's happening here is Disintegrate stealing all the sun. That's what's happening. Here, go up. I get to see 3 people fail to kill main bosses. Hey, it doesn't have to be main bosses though. It can just be any bosses. But yeah, if donations happen, I'll be doing some other things. So that, like, you know, you can see that. I'm going to see if we can put crowd control on as well, if you want to. And, like, anything that comes from there would also be donated. If that's something you'd rather do. I think there's free coins and stuff that you get for that too. So, you know, that might be an option. It just sometimes doesn't work with the seamless co-op mod. So, we'll need to play it by ear. Still in the sun, yes. You're clearly stealing the sun, because if Boog isn't getting the sun further south of you, then you must be stealing it. That is the only logical explanation. For the day, but for every remembrance boss we kill, I will donate £5 given setting this foolish main bosses. Okay. Okay. We can do that. We can do that. How many, off the top of your head, how many remembrance bosses are there? Because there's like 167 mainline bosses. So like, I think he's at stole or delivery as well. What? Is he not here yet? I thought I heard them. Just holding on to it for safekeeping, are you, Disintegrate? To love charity stuff. If you ever did a Warframe charity stream, you might very well get donations from them. Yeah, so funnily enough, the person who's asked me to do the Souls one is Paige, who loves Warframe, has done a lot for DE and stuff as well, and has done charity fundraisers for DE too. So yeah, she's worked for both. Like she still works for Special Effects, I think, with all the campaigns that she does. But aye. I can't remember. I want to say 16 in base game and 9 in DLC. Oh. Nope. I genuinely thought I'd heard them. But I clearly made that up. But hopefully they're here soon. They shouldn't be any longer than 15 minutes technically. Let me just check my phone in case I've had a minute. 15 according to Google. Okay. Okay. We will try our best to get through things. And yeah, see how much we can raise. Probably heard me put stuff in the box. That might have been it, to be fair. I've not had any messages from them to say that they're not coming. They're meant to be bringing dog food. Yeah, so that's happening next weekend. There was a reason that I was explaining this. So tomorrow on YouTube, there's likely to be a Warframe video. But it does mean there's not going to be any live stream again, and I know that's like 2 weeks in a row. Which should have been a live stream, but there won't be. But what I've just decided to do, so that you're still getting Warframe content, is I'll do Whispers in the Walls, the other mission that I've got, so we end up doing a live stream like the week after, basically. Like, so there should be a Warframe video tomorrow, but if there's not, just know it's because I wasn't able to do it in time. But I'll try and get one out for next week. I found out that Casey Explosion's new puppet was named Dexter. It's a good name. I don't know who Casey Explosion is, but it's a good name for a dog. Good, like, you know. But was it from the serial killer or from Dexter's Lab? I think we should be able to push Godric, Granala, and Dan at least. Oh. Oh. Okay. Okay. Dan's tough. Dan is a toughie. Renala should be fine. Roderick should be fine. I don't actually know who the bosses, the remembrance bosses are. I know Melania's one. But she's not a mandatory boss to finish the game. But she is a remembrance boss. I like to eat real food this week. Ah. No, not dog food for you. For the dogs. Isn't how long we've been on the stream for? I don't know. So like if I'm hoping to do it for longer than I usually would. If you're not available from the start or anything like that, I'll get stuff like set up and I'll maybe just do non-remembrance bosses. So that they're out the way for you joining. But we'll see. Play Dex builds, the best of builds. But Anchor's strength. To be fair, I'm probably not going to go for the Anchor in the run, just so you're aware. I'm just it will be a case of like picking, and some of the challenges that we might be doing is to like swap weapons and stuff. So, you know, having a specific build might not actually be helpful. Dan will be fine. We can always call on Alexander and the boys. Fuck, I forgot people play this game differently to me. They prefer steak. They do prefer steak, yeah. So do we, though. He's just a semi-famous Irish gaming influencer. She's basically the producer for Hamburg. Like Donkey Kong 64 fundraiser for mermaids a little while ago. Don't know who that is either. So in the streaming world, I don't know many people. Not gonna lie, like I don't. I tend to keep myself to myself, and the people that have found me and adopted me to be friends with me, I'm very grateful for, because I'm not that great at like talking to people. Like I'm not that good at that. And then like if people are very large creators, I don't really like, the only big creator that I watch, like really big creators, Markiplier. I guess like that's really only really big one that I watch. Mainly because if I'm in streams and stuff, I want to be interacting with the streamer. So like over like 200 CVV, it becomes a lot more difficult for that. We're free all day. I'm down for not some of them. No, it's one of them where we can, because what we're trying to do is make it like so that we can do as many as possible. So I don't mind some of that. I just forget that other people play the game differently to me. I as you know, I'm very much about limiting myself all the time when it comes to games. The potheads. Yeah, the boys, the potheads. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully it'll work alright. And we'll raise some good monies for charity. And yeah, like I said, I'll leave all the links and stuff when we're doing it. I'll probably start putting them in videos and on like a timer from like Wednesday stream. So that, you know, if you want to do it before, that's fine too. I'm going to try and get some spicy things as well. Just so there's some uncomfortable challenges for me. I'm not expecting Gamma and Badger to do that as well, because they're just trying to help me. I don't want to make their lives miserable. English YouTuber did a big fundraiser and raised 347,000 despite Graham Lennon. Good. Good. Everyone should spite him. Definitely she means wrong. No, I don't, Snuggle. There's no wrong way to play the games. There's no wrong way to play them. I just like playing them a certain way. You expect me to eat them when you can't. I only did that once. So from a 24-hour stream that I did years ago, now, I got those spicy bean boozleds, and I realised that I fucking hated the taste of spicy bean boozles and couldn't do it. So Jay, being the wonderful, wonderful human that he is, he stepped up and was like, anytime we get the donations needed for spicy bean boozled, I'll do it. But did he just do it like a normal person? No, he was eating them by the fucking handful because he thought they were tasty. He thought they were actually alright. And that's when we realised that Jay was built different. Elden Ring challenges had been boozled. Dear Lord, that was a mistake. See, I can't eat anything disgusting, really, because I'm likely to throw up, and I can't be doing that. That would end the stream immediately. I can't cope with that. The right way? No. Of course they eat them for 24 hours. No, you weren't. You did it willingly. First, right? He was fucking... Even after we'd finished the stream, he was still chomping on them every so often. Hello, Gamma. How you doing? He was, like, literally eating them like sweets. I don't understand. Oh, if I send you a can of surströmming? No. Mainly because I don't want the house to smell like that bad. That is not an indoor food. Which means it's also not a food that I could eat on stream. Unless I went live for like 3 minutes while you sent me it, like while I opened it outside and taken a bite. But again, it would make me vomit probably. I don't know, because like, I think maybe the smell's worse than the taste. Ratsa, can you confirm if you're still there? Have you tried surströmming? How's it taste? YouTuber. I like food too much to intentionally eat something that's meant to taste bad. Same. Hello, Tori. How you doing? We open it for you and put it in a Ziploc bag. I don't know if that's going to help, but also that would then stink out your house. Mixing some durian. That's not meant to taste fine as well. It's just meant to smell bad. You do it first, exactly. What? No. I don't like fish. Real Swedes don't eat that. I eat it all the time. A tourist trap. Look how weird our food is. Come over. So you've never tried it, Raza? Have you smelt it? Is it really as bad as what it's made out to be? Good heavy. I'm doing good. I was at a convention yesterday and I was getting tattooed today. So it's been a busy weekend. But it's been enjoyable. Managed to not smell it. Bet it's rancid. We don't have anything, I don't think, that compares to that. Not intentionally, anyway. And there are photos of the tattoo. Not yet, because it's still under second skin, but I did show them off in stream. Would you like to see them? Because I will show them again. We'll just not talk about them as much. That fundraiser in Wikipedia, apparently it caused a Scottish Green Party person to lodge a motion to officially congratulate Motherboard guy for running it. I don't really know how the Scottish Parliament works. I don't think anybody in Scotland knows how the Scottish Parliament works either, if I'm honest. Yes, please. Okay. So, tattoo number 1. Very hard to show. But like, got a nice saw cleaver. And then tattoo number 2, which does look a little bit like bent because it's on my arm and I'm twisting my arm, is a Zweihander with some like thorns and stuff. And then trigger warning for the last one because it's got second skin on it and it's a little bit bloody. And it looks really cool like that, but yeah. It's a hunter's mark. So, aye. That was my 3 tattoos. I fell asleep when the sword was getting done. Which I've never done before. And that was that. I feel like I've hit a milestone of like being tattooed. That I've now fallen asleep. Part of a tattoo. Just throw some old-fashioned dirty water for a week in a closed container and you've got the same. I feel like surströmming must go through a certain process though that makes it safe to eat. I don't think that would be safe to eat. Too much fish over there. People get creative in ways to present it. The thing is though, as a general thing, I really like fish. Like, I do. I really, really enjoy fish dishes. I just feel like that's too much Compliment streamer or biceps. I don't have biceps. Well, I clearly do because my arms can bend, but they're not ones for compliments. They're from Norway originally. Okay, so ramen is not safe. Is it not safe to eat? I thought it was. It's really fermented. Really fermented. Yeah, but doesn't fermentation make it safe? Or have I misunderstood that? Because, like, kimchi is fermented cabbage. And that's safe. People throw up and eat it. That doesn't mean that it's not safe, though. People throwing up because it smells bad isn't the same as throwing up because they've got food poisoning, I guess. Can't we basically own Norway? I want to go to Norway. Kimchi is nice though and doesn't smell bad. I'm not a fan of kimchi, but I'm not a fan of cabbage unless it's like the fake seaweed that you get. Because normally, the fake seaweed is normally cabbage, deep fried cabbage. I go, you want? I'm not trying to search. I'm not asking you to try it. I just wanted more info on it. That was all. A lot of stuff I've had. With a ton of it, but it's a nice addition to things. I could see that. I suppose it's kind of like like having soy sauce for sushi and like the ginger and stuff. I don't like the ginger because I don't no thank you. Or like wasabi and stuff. Like it's just an accompaniment to things. How about Icelandic Carl? Is that the same thing but Iceland instead of Sweden? Fake seaweed is such a weakness of mine. It's so good. It's so good. The only problem is it's sharp and like sometimes it literally has cut my gum. We've had there's some nice stuff. Thanks for Strawman is banned under the Geneva Convention. From what I've heard of the smell, I feel like it should be. The Icelandic folk eat various fermented fish. I'm not a fan of fermented stuff, but then I suppose beer is technically fermented. I don't like beer either, but yeah. I'm with you, ginger as well. Yep. Love garlic, love onions, love like so like classes like Chinese 5-spice here. Love all that. Ginger is like the thing that I do not understand. It hurts. It burns. It's no, I don't like it. It cuts through everything. Like taste-wise, it's like lemongrass. Well, can't stand that. All the Swedes were built differently by eating that fish. The mystic is all gone now. It's true. It's true. Ratsa has slightly went down in my expectation. I thought it was a coming of age thing. Fermented shark. I wouldn't eat shark. Just out of principle, really. I don't think we should be eating things at the top of the food chain. One, because mercury content, but two, I'm pretty sure that's not like good for us. Give it another try. Ginger is not bad. It is horrible, but like I said, it burns. I don't know if it's meant to burn, or if that means I've got an allergy to it. But I do not like ginger. Our local takeaway sends us free seaweed quite often. We're going to need to come down and see you. So I've mentioned this before on stream a couple of times, where basically every time I have a Chinese takeaway, I get a headache. Right? It's a very specific headache. It feels like there's elastic bands like squeezing on my head very specifically. And the last time we got Chinese, it didn't happen. And the only difference in my order, I didn't get chicken and mushroom soup. So I'm going to need to test this. But yeah, I think it was something in the chicken and mushroom soup rather than in the Chinese meal as a whole. Why are we hating the gingers all of a sudden? I'm jealous. That's why. Ginger is one of those things that is okay in very small amounts. I can tell if there's ginger in it. Even in small amounts. It's like I love what do you call The dumplings that you get. What are they called? But yeah, Chinese dumplings. I really like them. But some of them have way too much ginger. By way too much, I mean ginger. Emotion I mentioned contains like the Northern Irish trans icon and campaigner Bilbo the Cat. I don't know who Bilbo the Cat is either, but if they're an icon, I'm happy for that too. Love chocolate and sugar covered dried ginger as a snack though. You can have all of that, Gamma. I don't want to share that with you. Eat more dolphins. Absolutely not. Have you seen the Cove? Absolutely not. Technically dogfish is a member of the shark family. It's very tasty. I've never tried it. So I don't tend to eat things at the top of the food chain. Whatever niche they might be in. And like, I won't eat full-on species. Never tried dogfish. Can't handle a succulent Chinese meal. My god, Spark. Spark, you know that? I couldn't handle a succulent Chinese meal, no. I could not. By the sea. Help yourself, still the seaweed you want. Watch. No, because real seaweed tastes like the sea. Right? Tastes like the sea, and it's not very nice. The fake seaweed that's actually deep fried cabbage tastes lovely. Mercury poison a bit rough. I like ginger, but mom loves it. Just not. It's not good. I want to like ginger because I like lots of foods that have it in it. As in, like, I would like. So I like all the other ingredients. But yeah, it's just too spicy. It's too spicy. It's not spicy. It's just burny. I don't like it. Gyoza. That's it. Yes, gyoza. Sometimes they have a lot of ginger in them. Ginger, fine. I wasn't offered any. Good. Good, because I wouldn't thank you for it. Have some. I want gyoza now. Do I have some in the freezer? Have some gyoza. Though I'm pretty sure if they're frozen ones, they do not take ages. Which means put them on right now and you might have them before dinner. Bilbo the cat is a Northern Irish cat. Oh, okay. Is an actual cat. He's not trans, but his owner is. Okay. That's actually really cute. I live in the constant state of wanting gyoza. Yeah. What is it that I like as well? I really like red bean paste. Which is weird, because like I don't like beans for the majority of the time. Red bean paste, like with the little pancake pocket things. They're good. I think they're more Japanese than Chinese though. Red bean paste is yummy. It's like, I don't know, it's just like, it's like a flavour of jam that we don't have here. But, I like food. I like food. That is what I'm trying to convey, I guess. Food is good. Together a shopping list at the moment, trying not to get too distracted by food chat. I already worked out the 10 meals. I'm sure you could, like, slip some red bean paste in there. Nobody will ever know. It's because it's mushed up and no longer resembles the nightmare it once was, isn't it? Maybe. Maybe. I like red bean desserts, yeah. Like, another thing that I think Jay, was it you that had it? You had sesame ice cream that I think you said you really liked. I live in a constant state of waiting and bloody. Is it still not here? Yeah, I shall fuck. Have you had daifuku? It's mochi with red bean paste in it. You don't say mochi, do you? You said mochi. No, not had those ones. I've had mango sorbet ones. And chocolate ones. But I would like it with the red bean paste too. Once again, stuck in the kitchen. Mm-hmm. It's because phonetically it would be moki. Because in English, if it's got an E at the end, it would be mocha. It's mocha. No, how I pronounce it. But I don't think it's how it's pronounced over the whole of the UK. I read very phonetically. Sesame seed ice cream is a dog's balls, yeah. Yep. I thought you liked it. Because it was only that one place I think we've ever seen it, eh? Yeah, much you're good. Thing's a fan of taro. What one's taro? One's that? Yeah. Do you mean so again, if we're making fun of like maybe I don't know which one you mean. Isn't mocha French? Potentially. But like it's also been co-opted by every coffee shop in the land, so maybe it's Italian? Taro? Yeah, what's taro? Oh, I think Jay may be released from the kitchen soon. Root vegetable tastes kind of nutty. Oh, okay. I don't think I've ever had that. Root vegetable, but to 43. Wait. But it's popular in milk drinks. Okay. See, I'm lactose intolerant, so like, you know. Probably another reason that I've not had that. Have we thrown up to 43 different ingredients? What are... For 10 dishes? Okay. You maybe want some crossover between those dishes, Snuggle. So that you can use the stuffs. Hi. Why are you whining at me? It's usually a pin and rice cake on with bean paste. Yay. I've not had any of the bean paste ones. I have only had mango chocolate. Taro is a staple food of Hawaii. Traditional Hawaii. Okay. I would like to try like more foods from around the world. But I mean like I don't just mean the UK version of like a food from around the world. Excuse me. Like as in the appropriate version. But it would mean traveling to places, and I don't do that often. How do you know that I don't? I thought I heard you go through to the front door. That means you're still not here. Only drink a few milk drinks before you get a stomach ache, but it's totally worth the risk. Kind of. So what I've learned from apparently being lactose intolerant is that the outcome of eating milk and cheese and dairy and everything is not there's not a rule book to this. Some things hurt more than others. I don't really drink stuff either. Like the only thing I really drink is tea. 6 dishes so far. 43 ingredients for 6 dishes is a lot. I don't think I have that many ingredients when I do HelloFresh. The Wikipedia link for poi in Discord. Poi as in that thing. Or is that food? I had taro in its foodie form, but I like taro milk teas as a treat. Get my charger from upstairs. Ah, okay. Sorry, I got your hopes up. Around the world. Pisho and el chipo, por favor. No. I would like actual foods. I hear my name or am I crazy? Did I say Orbital's name? Do you mean Orbital or your real name? He's the crapshoot, literally. We summoned you mentally. Yeah, that's... I don't think I said your name. Boy is what you make out of tarot. Oh, okay. I'll have a nosy at that. Okay. No, I'm almost certain I didn't. Heather, we both lose. Gamma, I think we're both losing it anyway, just by the fact that we're friends. Like, I think both scenarios. What's poi? Have a look at it. Oh. It looks like chocolate mousse. It looks like chocolate mousse. I would try it. What were you thinking of when I said poi? Is poi not the thing where you do that? With the, like, the string with a ball on the end? Sometimes it's on fire. They hurt if you get hit, because like when you're bad. So I tried to learn poi. I'm sure it's called poi. And like, I don't do anything by half, say, really. So I got the plastic ones that light up. You're meant to use like a stuffed sock with more socks so that if they hit you, it doesn't hurt that much. But yeah, I used the plastic balls and ended up with like quite a few bruises, I think. I think I'm losing it, to be honest. Same. It is a similar consistency, but it's a lot less sweet. Oh, I could still cope with that, I think. I think it would be alright. That's what I was thinking. What, the poi, where we hurt ourselves many times. Thankfully, we didn't use the fire ones. I don't know whether Wikipedia article, but something else called poi I think you might be talking about. Yes. They hurt if they hurt you. They are quite solid. Hard plastic or on fire. But also, it looks really impressive if you can do it. I unfortunately cannot. Oh, did you find it? Poi. Single poi. I don't know if poi's too. The battery's dead. Oh well. I can see a very faint blue light. But yeah. But like, they're hard plastic. Whipping that over the top of your head? He's sure. Not a dessert. What is it if it's not a dessert? You're stubbornly determined with your in real life hobbies as video games, yes. Yep. Once went to the same place that I was doing the poi, we were also learning to twirl sticks that were on fire. And I am not a person that like, I didn't do gymnastics, like majorette type stuff or anything like that. So twirling sticks has only been a learned thing that I've done myself. And I was given a fire one. Say stick, it's a baton. So yeah, like, yeah, I don't take it easy. I'm going to like, but it seems warm there. Why is a staple food, you know, like grain? Okay. Wait, am I just learning what staple means? I just thought it meant that you ate it a lot. I didn't realise it was like, I just thought it was like common food. As in like, it was eaten by a large percentage of the population. I used the burning sword. Yeah, we're really good. Like, I think you did better than I did with the baton though. Only had enough hot chocolate powder for half a cup. Maybe the saddest thing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Orbital. It's really disappointing. Can you melt some actual chocolate? Because like Jay sometimes makes me hot chocolate and puts actual chocolate in it. That's also a good substitute. Thank you for the alert, Doria. Thank you, thank you. Very upsetting. Sounds like a crime. Yep. It's like what a staple is, yeah. So poi was the traditional staple food of Hawaii. It was eaten like European type bread. Interesting. But yeah, I'd like to try more worldly foods. Don't have any actual chocolate in the house. Sorry? I need to come and, like, you know, give you a care package of chocolate. Put coffee in. There is also that. However, it is 10 to 9. Not that that matters for a lot of people who drink coffee. I mean in the same quantities. Yeah. Yeah, we do eat a lot of bread. No, I'm confused why I don't have chocolate. Oh, when I got my tattoo today, like I'd paid the tattooist, and I thought our prices were really reasonable, so like I gave her a little bit of extra money, and she was like, "But that's more than we agreed." And I was like, "I know," and she was like, "Okay," and she handed me like a chupa chup, and then she was like, she looked at me and then she was like, "Have two." So I got 2 lollies from it. Cute. Yeah. She's really adorable. She seems like a really nice person. I know I can't really tell too much because like I only spent like 4 hours with her, but she seems decent. And I was paying to be in her company. But aye. She was nice, she was friendly. And to be fair, that's all that really matters. If you're a tattooist, like that and like the skill side of it. Lolly is just a general term for candy, right? No, you're thinking of Australians. That's an Australian term. So a lolly in the UK is short for a lollipop. So Americans call them suckers, I think. For a second, I thought you said trebuchet. Trebuchet? What did I say? I definitely didn't say trebuchet. You're all gaslighting me thinking I've said things I haven't. Okay, so it's the same in US. Well, yeah, we also call them suckers. Americans call them what? I didn't... yeah, I'm sorry, I had to say it. It's because it sounds weirder in a Scottish accent. It definitely sounds weirder. Suckers are the small spherical ones and lollipops are the big circular ones. So technically, Chupa Chups are round spherical lollies. I guess. Cool. I didn't. I think my brain wired went a big. We're all feeling like that right now. I think Snuggle. Oh, then you've got ice lollies. You do have ice lollies, which can be any shape. There's like rockets, twisty ones. There's just sticks. There is ones covered in chocolate, ones covered in yogurt. There's ones that are just ice, and then you got ones that have got like ice cream in them. Can you beat a Solero? I'd say Soleros are good. Yeah. And then love a Solero. I don't know anybody that doesn't like a Solero. I don't know if I can trust you if you don't like a Solero. They were like the summer staple. That and chalk ices. And ice poles. Ice poles were also a thing, so they didn't have a stick in them. You just like thingied them, like out the top of the packet and like ate it, and then you had juice at the bottom. Isn't it something like a Magnum and ice cream? It's got a stick. So, like, it is an ice cream, because it's got ice cream in it. But I would still refer to it as, like, a lolly, probably. Just because, like, an ice lolly, just because it's in with the ice lollies. Whereas ice cream you need a scoop for. That's my reasoning, but I don't know. It's not necessarily right. Yes, it's so big that we have different terms for the same thing in different areas of the country. So, like, some places call sandwiches hoagies. Some people call it soda pop. So, I have a question, though. Because hoagies are a very specific term, and they're not really down in England, but they are in Scotland. And we can get to the soda part in a minute. But like hoagies here in Scotland have got like either chicken or doner meat or some sort of stuff. Potentially salad, I never get it with salad. Cheese, chips, and some sort of sauce. They're very specific in that they have to have chips, as in fries, not potato chips. Also, Chicago call this sort of savoury pie thing a pizza. Yeah, Chicago pizzas are fucking weird, and no, I don't feel that they should be called pizza. I'd still call a Magnum a nice ollie. Yeah, this could be a regional thing as well. It's getting too deep for me. Soda pop, fizzy juice. Yep. So, in Scotland, you have like 3 types of juice. Council juice, fizzy juice, and diluting juice. Council juice is water. Fizzy juice is anything that is not water or diluting juice. And diluting juice is one that you mix with water. Doner meat, like the doner party. I don't know what the doner party. Doner meat is like kebab meat. Let's say this, but some Chicago style pizzas have too much garlic. They found a limit. That's a bold claim. That is a bold claim, Gamma, you're making there. I've never experienced that. Though a Chicago style pizza is not the style of pizza that I would go for. So, you know, maybe I just haven't explored enough of that kind of pizza. Too much? Very bold. Yeah. I don't know, it seemed a bit overdone. Okay. Okay. Like, that's a lot. Maybe it was just a fluke. I feel like normally the limit doesn't exist in garlic, so like, how many bulbs were they using? As a bald man, that's bold. Sometimes you forget that you're bald. Like, I know you are, but forget. Bald? Bald. I do think I just have a never-ending forehead. Fair. Fair. You just... like, yeah. Part was a group of people who tried to migrate from the Midwest US to California and got trapped in a mountain pass and had to resort to cannibalism to survive. It was a referential joke. Okay. I don't know things, Spark. I don't know things ever. But is that the whole Hells Have Eyes thing? Or is that something different? I'm checking to make sure that my order is in fact today, but it is, because I got my receipt yesterday, like this morning. Bold. Where's your face? Where'd you stop? Boldly bald. Stop. I have a question then. So like I don't have a lot of hair, so like I'm not obviously making fun of you, right? But I do wonder, do you still use shampoo? Like is that a thing if you're bald? Do you still use shampoo? Because like that's for hair. My beard, maybe. Okay. So you just like give your head like a clean with shower gel, and it's fine. Washed up liquid. Get squeaky clean. It's like even when I shaved my head, like I still had a teeny tiny bit here. Hair gel for the head or so. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Then we did 54 in 1 men's body wash. It's just Mr. Sheen. That's how you get the sparkle. Mr. Sheen shines so clean. Some steel wool. Taking that a bit too far. Brass will give it a good shine. Clever guy, just with a hand. Which also includes my French shampoo. 54 men in me. Well, I'm suddenly popular. Fucking hell. Why did it disintegrate into this? Because there we go. Disintegrate. Aye. There was two things of shampoo. A cheap Beauty Bay one and a slightly more expensive French one. Which I'd been using. And I'd also been using the Beauty Bay one because I was trying to like eke out the French one. And Jay was like, you need to get more shampoo. I was like, you've been using my French shampoo? Quite the evening. It is indeed. Whatever makes you happy. You don't want me... That's mean. I'm sure Gamma would love to see you happy too. You know? Not that mean. But also, my French shampoo smelled like mint, so I can understand why Jay was wanting to use it. It smelled lovely. Oh. I see it. I'm choosing to ignore that. Or underestimate. I do underestimate you sometimes. I really shouldn't do that. Really shouldn't do that. Like, I've seen some of the TikToks you've sent me. Definitely shouldn't underestimate you. You started reading again, Gamma. Or are you still in your slump? My friend's in a reading slump at the moment. And the reason that she's in a reading slump is because of me. I convinced her to start reading fantasy, and it was the vampire book that from like ages ago, Serpent on the Wings of Night, and she's read now the first 2 in the series, and she went to read another book to get like a little break from the fantasy sort of life, and now she can't actually like read a book that's not the series because she wants to know what happens. So I've turned a crime/thriller reader into a vampire fantasy reader. Started a new one, not feeling a long book yet. It's fair. Fair. Fair for Shigo references in real life, and this is how she treats me. This is true. Disintegrate does do a lot for your Shigo obsession. With How to Lose a Goblin in 10 Days, it's very whimsical and funny. I might nosy at that. It does sound like, it sounds like one of those good like palette cleanser books that we were talking about, like the Trees and Tea thing. I still can't remember what that book's called. Can't spell treason without the T. That's it. I remembered. And the bookshops and Bone Dust? No. Lies and Legends and Lies. Like those ones. Bookshops and Bone Dust might be another one in the series. I'm still reading City of Brass. It's taken me forever. But I'm really enjoying it. I am actually really enjoying it. It's just taken me a long time. It is Brigands and Bread Knives is another one. That's the one I need to read next, I think. Though I understand that not that many people enjoy that as much as the first two. Which makes sense. Good chunk of the way through the Isle of the Silver Sea. I'm looking forward to finishing it. Probably read a light book in between. Maybe Alchemy and a Cup of Tea, if it's called that. Is that another? That must be the Tomes and Tea series, I guess. I've still got the second book of that series to read. Sad it's not the same characters though, so maybe that's why people don't. Yes, that I wasn't going to say that in case you just didn't know. Love Dial. That's like on my wish list, but it's like $12.99. And as much as I like supporting authors, I don't want to pay a full like book price for a Kindle book. I'd only pay like prices like that when it's a actual physical book. So much so that okay, so this is definitely one that I need to wait for a sale there and get it. I don't know if I'd said to you, but I'd mentioned it in Discord that the Red Ryzen series was 99p per book, right? And me, being me, I was like, I'm going to buy the series, but I've already got the first book, so I don't need to buy the first book. Then realised I'd got Red Ryzen mixed up with Blood Over Bright Haven because the covers have got like red stuff on it, and I just got confused. And yeah, so then it went back up to $5.99, and I've not bought it yet, but I've got the rest of the series. Free and going in the shower. Okie dokie. Okay, cool. I'm glad you're free. I'm sorry that took so long. Practically the same bookshelf. Should be on Goodreads Storygraph. Shopping list for meals finished. Only 65 ingredients. I like buy like 30 things and it cost me like 70 quid. Hydrate, thank you, Boog. See, I joined Goodreads and I got overwhelmed and decided I didn't care. I don't really understand the whole Goodreads situation. Because Kindle gives me the info. And I tell you what I'm reading anyway. A few ingredients cover more than 3 meals. Okay, okay. That's something. Yeah, I hate meal planning. Like, we get our HelloFresh order, which has 3 meals in it. And then we get our Tesco order, which usually has 0 meals in it. And then Jay goes to the shop on a Tuesday with his mum and normally buys, like, pizza or something like that for us. And, like, something else. And, like, anything else that I've missed on the Sunday order. Which, 9 times out of 10, I've missed, like, loads. It's built in for digital book apps, so it's unnecessary for the most part. Yeah. Like, I suppose if I read physical, it would make a difference, but... I'm on... How many books have I read for the year? So far. I think I'm on book 11? I'm in book 12. My goal is 80 this year. I think... Like, I'm still on track for, but, my goal is 80. My worry is then, if I reach 80, I'll feel like I'll need to make next year's 100 or something. And I don't know if I got that in me. All of the meals are new recipes. 8 of the meals are new recipes. So what kind of things are you having? My 4th book this year. Well, is it your favourite so far? I know you read The Raven Scholar. I do recommend Blood Over Bright Haven for both of you and for anybody else that likes I can't even explain too much about it, but it's good. That's where I'll send you my details. Maybe you can book some other TBR we don't know about. Color is still my favourite. It's such a good book. I can't wait for the second one. Hello Lee, how you doing? Welcome in. I am your Scottish pal. How are you? Quite a variety. What's the... Have you got some veggie options? Some different meats? Partly on mobile. I don't know how to do that. Only I'll accidentally ban someone. Huh? Hospitalization is great for reading books. Yep. You not get any distractions. How are you banning people? I don't know how to whisper on mobile. Here's your YouTube title. I thought that's what my YouTube title was. Is it not? Oh wait, yeah. I see the typo. I will change that after stream. Thank you, Lee. How to start a whisper on Twitch mobile. Do you not just click their name? Yeah. Click their name and scroll down. I like how I'm forcing you to talk to each other. You don't have to. 3 different meats with a few varieties of cuts plus 3, 4 veggie options. That sounds lovely. Lovely and varied. I don't know, I had a few mental health episodes, but I'm okay now. I'm sorry to hear that you were struggling, but I'm glad that you're feeling better now. Are you back at work? Or have you been able to take some time to yourself? Should be had. Yeah, should be had. My friends for pointing out all my mistakes. I haven't read many books lately. The last one was Iron Widow, and I haven't gotten around to the sequel. I preferred Iron Widow over the sequel, but both of them are good. Both of them are good. Get around to the sequel for this too. I liked it. Like I preferred the first one, but yeah, the second one's well worth a read. Luckily, I have all the ingredients for our anniversary meal apart from meat. When's your anniversary, Snuggle? Your book I wanted to check out, House of Leaves. Apparently there are different versions where it's written in an abstract way. Right, so I went to read The House of Leaves, right? And I looked it up on Kindle, and there was a book called House of Leaves. It's not the book that you want to read, right? It was a really weird... It wasn't that weird, actually, but it was very dry, I'll give it that. It's only a couple hundred pages, and I think it was a Korean story or something like that, right? But that's what I searched, and it was like House of Leaves. But I want to read the same one as you, Disintegrate. You can't really read it apparently on Kindle format. You have to read it on physical format because there's lots of footnotes and things that you have to go back to. But apparently, like, it's very strange. Soon, 3rd of March, I think. Oh, nice. I think is a worrying sentence though. Any more Power Wash Sim 2 yet? I've not. No. It's one of those things where at the moment it's Steam Next Fest and there's so many demos. Like I think I've got like 4 videos or something like that I haven't edited yet for demos of games that people are going to enjoy. And yeah, so that'll be for when the year's a little bit quieter, if the year gets quieter. That's reading that one as well. It's meant to be weird. I don't know. I actually thought my story graph had my real name on it, but that's my Goodreads. Still don't want to post a link in chat though. That's fair. I didn't say post a link in chat. I said post it, whisper. But But yeah. If you post your real name in chat, everybody will think you're a superstar. You've got a superstar name. Black and Pal, I am. You can blame my work for getting in the way though. Like, if you want to, I'll give you my manager's number and you can yell at him. It will be on the nearest Sunday. That makes sense, because it's probably a fancier meal. Yuran J. Zhao has said something to the effect of Iron Widow is a story of a girl taking control of horribly unjust misogynistic society, concerned about what comes next, and Heavenly Tyrant trying to figure out what to do next. That makes sense. That's pretty much it, yes. But what she does next is cool. And if you like that, I would also recommend The Poppy War was pretty good. That's a series I've not read any more in the series. But like Poppy War was good, and so was She Who Was Named the Sun or something like that. Like both of those books are quite good, and they're kind of set in that sort of alternative kind of like Asian sort of like world, so like kind of alternative kind of history and stuff too, like it's in like a separate timeline and stuff. It's really good. Then I was just making sure you knew I wouldn't. Okay. A rumor online that Dustbloods could get a release in March, but I do not believe it. Apparently it can. Like, I'm just wanting to know if it's got a special edition. Like, I would like to know if it has a special edition. So that I can buy it. But there's no word of it. But I'll never get to play it because Twitch can follow rules. I don't believe you can follow rules. Need to hurry up and release the first DLC. They were talking about partner and we're really cool, like, I can't remember what they are now. Indie games. I think like Cult of the Lamb might have been one of them and stuff, and that would be so cool. I had to restart the first game. I had another crash. Restart. That's sad. How far are you getting? Is it like a... Have you tried verifying your Steam files and stuff as well? Because like apparently that helps. Something less serious. You should all read The Colour of Magic. And The Light Fantastic. And Mort. And what's some other... There's a few that I like. Well, I really like the ones with death in them. And I like the ones with witches in them. I can take or leave like the Watchmen ones and the Wizards, but like Mort is like one of my favorites. Yeah, I think rules are for other people. Yeah, and didn't say they were just my rules. Good book. Terry Pratchett already did. STV books. Released errata for the first print of Heavenly Tyrant because they received a lot of feedback. Seemed to not realise the character was having a certain type of sexual errata? What does that mean? Yeah, their whole thing on TikTok to sell the book was talking about pegging. Martin Hospital along with the Hogfather. Completely that mate. Yeah, Terry Pratchett was good. I think he would be sad about a lot of things happen on the world. On the Ferris wheel, I hated it the first time. Is that where it keeps crashing though, or is it crashing later? You're aware? Yes. It was basically the selling point for the book for me. No, that's not true. I just like big mechs. That was actually the selling point for me. His best friend turned out to be. I won't actually remember the story that much.
Welcome home,
because I read it
good
last
hunter.
year. I just remember key moments. But there was a very sad arc in the first one. Thank you very much for the 59 whole months. Which means because Twitch does it weird, technically 2 months until I've been streaming for like 5 years. Yeah. 2 months. Talking about Terry Project. Ah. And it's selling point. No, that's not what I said. But it was funny. So if you're on TikTok and you search up for the author that Spark's been mentioning, basically the selling point was, do you like love triangles? Do you like pegging? You might like Iron Widow. was the gist of it, and it was like, okay. And do you like mechs? So yeah. Where does the time go? Idea after the first crash, I never got to the Hiller's Cup. That's really weird. I'd say verify your game files and try and see if that helps it. I think you need to go into like the game screen and then right click on the button. You like big mechs and you cannot lie. Read Gearbreakers by Zoe Hannah Makua. That is on my list. Again, it's just in the more expensive price range for me at the minute. But yeah, that was one of the first ones I put on my list, and it was your fault, Iyama. Because you mentioned mechs, and I was like, yes, okay. Considering the YouTube videos they haven't uploaded. I didn't know they posted on YouTube as well. It's just TikTok I've seen them. Probably with a lot of their TikToks, YouTube shorts. I thought they were really funny. Man, I'm liking the look of the Thomas and Friends. It should Thomas and Friends. Is this DLC or is this something else? But Thomas used to creep me out. I didn't like the idea of a talking train. Well, I'll stop giving you Rex then. No, please don't. Please don't. I need to add so much to my TBR so that I can keep up with how quickly I read things. I need a TBR to be long. I have got on my wish list as well the Farseer trilogy by Robin Hobb. I don't know if any of you have read that. I keep being told it's a really good fantasy series, and yeah, I would like to read that. I wonder if I could see what I've actually read this month. Farseer's pretty good. Oh, okay, Bacon, you've read it. So, would you recommend Would you recommend that over? Because I think you were reading. Let's check The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson at some point. Would you recommend one over the other? Hello, Andy. Recommend. How you doing? Different game. Okay. Okay. I have not seen anything about that, I don't think, but Telltale Games are the developers. I'll have a wee nosy. You know me, I like seeing what new games are coming. I found the YouTube short I was talking about if I can link it. I don't think you can link it in chat, but you can put it in Discord. That's fine. Rereading the whole Flashbang series this year. What's that? Not heard of that. Yes, if you put it in Discord just because the links don't work on their chat. Robin Hobb is a better writer than Sanderson, but I did really enjoy the Stormlight art. Okay. I'm scared to start Brandon Sanderson because it's so big. If any of you's been reading John Gwynne, because Malice is in Kindle Unlimited. So like, I'm trying that out. Put in books channel. Cool. Dovetail Games. I think it's funny that I search for everything on my phone and I'm literally sitting at my PC. Oh, it's actually in collaboration with Mattel. Ah, so it's almost like a train simulator, but it's with Thomas and that. That's kind of cute. I heard a lot of people refer to him as Brando Sando, which just sounds like a Japanese abbreviation. I don't know if that is intentional. I think I've seen that TikTok. I think. But yeah, I like them. They're a fun person. That's a cute cat. Ashman was the bully in Tom Brown's School Days, and George MacDonald Fraser wrote a series of books with him. The main character in his upwards progress, despite him being a coward, bully, thug, blackmailer, and sexual predator. Oh? I've never heard of that series. Or never heard of that at all, I don't think. Very good. Kokochin and Temujin. They're very cute. Did anybody watch, this was years ago, I don't think the cat is with us now, but I think his name was Maru, and he was a little Scottish fold cat, and like you could tell he was really loved by his owner, but he was very cute. Boom yourself, is it Mirak? Welcome in, how you doing? Years ago in Train Simulator 2004, someone released Thomas and Friends as DLC, then removed them after a few months. Was that a copyright thing? Maybe. It was a not thingy mod. Licensed. Word I'm looking for. He died in September. Fraser died, it was about the only time Private Eye did a nice little tribute in their book section in the What You'll Miss section. Oh, okay. Yeah. It's not something I've seen. Oh yeah, I was looking for something. BRB needs locked inside. No worries, Lee. No worries. If I'm not here by the time you're back, hope you have a good night. Don't know how long we're going to be live for yet. Right. Let me see. Ah, see, that makes me kind of sad. It only tells me what I've read this year. It doesn't tell me what I've read per month. I've read all 3 Shadow and Bone books. Blood over Brighthaven, Sunbringer, Godkiller, Raven Scholar, Library of the Dead, Lucy Undying, Among the Burning Flowers, and Broken Throne. Short story novella thingy. I don't think it'd be your sort of books, to be honest. I read a lot of fantasy, romantasy, and high fantasy, I guess. What about the 2 Crows books? I read them last year. I need to read King of Scars. And the duology for that as well. I think there's a new book coming out too. Kept getting grief to release more and remove them. You know what? That's a perfect way to stop people harassing you about getting new releases, to be fair. Perfect. I like that pettiness. ago, I remember seeing something. There was a book that I'm pretty sure I read when I was younger, like way younger, probably younger than I should have been. And I can't really remember too much about it, about the story-wise, but I think it was quite traumatizing. There's a boy called It. And then, also, if you haven't read it and want to be emotionally destroyed, fuck, what's it called? Oh, what's it called? It's a short book. A boy and his little friend. Oh, Flowers for Algernon. Like, that will emotionally destroy anybody. Read those. Well, maybe not Shadow and Bone, because some of them are apparently just sort of bland YA novels. Netflix shows better than them, but the other ones sure. I wouldn't say they're bland YA novels. I would say they're better than the show, because at least they have an ending. Like, they have like an actual ending. Look at the audiobooks for Stormlight Archive. The 5 books have a total runtime of 279 hours. Yeah. It's a lot. How many hours are you listening to a day, Bacon? Roughly. I love that book in uni. What, Flowers? Or A Boy Called It? Permanently emotionally destroyed. That book destroyed me. Flowers for it. Yes. I'm also permanently emotionally destroyed, but if you want like an extra little nudge, end into the books already. Huh? No, they deviate a lot. I would say almost none of it is similar. Irish for Algernon, yeah. I remember reading it and it was just heartbroken. Listen at work. Some days I can listen more than others. Okay. Like, because like obviously you can do stuff when you're listening. I can't really do stuff when I'm reading it. So like it's only when I can sit down and read, but I try and read like on my lunch and stuff like that. The issue with me for audiobooks is I couldn't listen to the audiobook and do other things. I would need to be very much present, but I know that I'd get bored listening to someone read it unless it was on like 3 times speed. Like the show covered the entire original trilogy. No. It's very different. The show covered so little. They made up their own stuff. And they crossed timelines. Like, I like the show. Like, I actually do like the show. And I think Ben Barnes plays a very good Kerrigan. But I prefer the books. Because it's actually like a unit. I'm hanging on by my fingertips at the moment, hence the more light-hearted reads. You need to read whatever you need to read to get by. 150 hours a month. That's a lot. That's a lot. It's good though that you found like a way to enjoy books though, like without having to, you know, because trying to find 50 hours a month, sit down and read might be a bit difficult, but like it's good that you're able to do it. A lot of other deviations from the original trilogy were like making the characters less unlikable and more interesting. I don't think they're unlikable in the books either, or uninteresting, personally. So they took away a lot of important things about the crows. So this is why I don't think they should have been blended as well in the show. Like I get why they are, because like the crows are really cool characters, but I don't know why they didn't just do the spin-off like they were gonna do. But I would read them as separate entities. Read the books as separate entities to the show, because I feel like they're too different to be like the same thing. It's interesting reading it and seeing the differences if you're watching the show at the same time, though. What's that for? Murphy's making noises. Can't do audiobooks. I lose focus. Same. I'm talking about the crows. I'm talking about the original. Yeah. Again, they're not unlikable or like less more or less interesting. They're different. It's different. Netflix butchered the storyline and the characters. So yeah, I would always recommend reading the book. I do it at work. Can autopilot my work and focus on the book. I love that you're putting your priorities in the right place there, Bacon. Love that so much. Was that original? No, I know. That's what I mean when I said that they like mixed up whole timelines. Like they just fucked up the story and then they made it almost impossible for the Six of Crows story to actually happen. One of the squirrel moments no matter what I'm doing unless I'm reading a book. Yeah. It's the only time I can really focus too. Sorry there's an ad running because I am going to need to finish very soon. Because this was only meant to be a short stream anyway because I'm still tired. I'm still very tired. But it was nice to actually chat and rather than just like not stream because that was the other option. The other option was just not to stream. And I didn't want to do that. So yeah, at least we've been chatting. Though I think it's interesting that I've been doing a over 2 hour just chatting stream. That's not like me. Time is slowing by. Yeah. I was hoping to be in my bed by now. Nah, that's a lie. We all know I feed the dogs, or the dogs get fed at like. Oh no, I mentioned them. At like 9:30. So like obviously I can't be in bed for that time. I've now found a seam on my nail varnish for like my other nails, so I'm doing that thing where I'm just picking them off. Like, just picking it off. Jim, it was nice to chat with you. Don't forget to get your double platinum coupon for Warcraft if you're planning on buying it. I'll probably not get around to be able to do it. And I don't think I'm gonna well, when I finish this, I'll probably be shutting the PC down. But yeah, I'll be honest, I'm probably would rather. I'd rather just give to DE directly without the cut that Steam will make. Because, like I said before when, like, I said I was enjoying the game, like, I do want to support the devs, but I'd like to support the devs in a way that directly just benefits them. Bad for that, picking off my nail varnish. That's why I don't tend to paint mine much. Yeah, like, normally I would leave it, but it's when it starts to lift, I get really like, well, I need to pick it now. And you still have 2 more days. So if I end up being able to record tomorrow, then I'll do it automatically, I think. But yeah, I'm probably not going to buy platinum, just because the whole indecision of what I would then spend platinum on and all that. But the next time I get to play, I have a new Warframe. Install a non-Steam client from their website and launch. Oh, you've not had my conversations about different clients, so you're forgiven for suggesting that. That's not gonna happen. I was furious when I downloaded WoW, like the free trial, and I had to download the fucking Blizzard launcher. You didn't warn me that that was going to be a thing. I was so mad. Like, so mad. Buttons when you just buy new Warframe and weapon slots whenever you need them. Yeah, but I'm not going to buy Warframe. We're a cozy book now, so I should like. Okay. We're not going to behave, though, Gamma. We're not going to behave. That's like... It's a silly suggestion. Thought you would have known that. It didn't occur to me because I don't play games that need a client. Like... Yeah, Battle.net. Yeah, that's why I uninstalled Diablo. So I did play Diablo, whatever it was, for a little bit. And then I got annoyed. Because every time I opened it up, it's like, do you want to log in? Like, fuck off, no I don't. Yeah, but that's, see, this is the thing. I feel like if I pay for Platinum and then use it for something, then I'm paying to win. I don't want to do that. Like Gamma behaves, yeah. You can all act like Gamma. But a bit of Riot. Like Mass Effect for me with the EA launcher. Yeah. It's why I really... I want to go back to Mass Effect to see if my opinions changed on it over the years. But having the EA launcher, I'm just like... Can't be arsed. I just want all my games to launch from the same place. Is that so hard to ask? Put a bunch of Xbox games on there too, even. Yeah, there's a problem. Piss me off. Wait, Remedyverse games and the Epic games. Epic Games Launcher's the worst. I think that was the reason that I didn't play Alan Wake, actually. That is the only other launcher I have. They all launch from the same place, your PC. Yes, but I don't need... That's the thing. I am from the days where the majority of games launched from your PC and didn't need another client on the top of it. I don't like it. I don't like it. It's something I've always disliked. It's been a pain point for me a lot on the channel. Especially when people talk about like the free Epic games. I'm like, but I'm not downloading the launcher. Search for Warframes and weapons. It takes platinum to get more. Not a lot. So if you buy like 760 platinum, child you even for a while. Yeah, but if I have limited storage, then once it's full, it's full. Won't get any more. Stand by what I said about you behaving. All women shouts the cloud. Yes. Yes. Because it was better back when games came on discs and, you know, disk drives were a thing in PCs. You know, New Launcher always annoyed me trying to play Dragon Age Mass Effect. It's a Old Republic or Sims. Leave me alone, EA. EA just like to get in all our businesses. Basically. And I've got another rant about Dragon Age. Because I installed the EA launcher. I think potentially for Dragon Age at one point. And the Steam version doesn't work. Or it didn't work. So then I had to go through Game Pass to get it working. For Origins. Or whatever. I'm sure that's the first one. And I've still not played it because I was mad. I was mad about EA launcher and then I deleted the EA launcher and now I can't open up Dragon Age. I'd need to download it again. Physical media that would still work if the company folded. Exactly. Origins is the first one. I really want to play it. I do actually really want to get through the storyline of the Dragon Age games. So like I will eventually just crumble and do it properly, but it's just one of those things. I don't like installing things that I don't need to install. My space is at a premium. You can't play the games through Steam without launching the fucking EA launcher. Yep. Because Steam is the client that I've chosen to install. But yeah. Back, did you miss me? Always, Lee. Always. Always. You're just in time for me leaving. I think I'm gonna need to call it there. This wasn't supposed to be a 2-hour and 15-minute chat and stream. Like it wasn't supposed to be. And you'll keep playing Warframe after you complete all the quests. I think so. Not like, maybe not as regularly, so I probably won't maybe have videos out. Or like if I do have videos, it will just be like to chat about stuff and things, maybe. And it would probably be more live streams, so like I'd probably try and do like 2 a month, or if it need like this month it's going to end up being 1 a month, that kind of thing. I wouldn't mind still playing it, especially now that we've worked out that multiplayer isn't as scary. What's less right? I would say it's very right. I play Warframe very regularly. Considering how unregularly I play a lot of stuff on YouTube. It's not a game that I'm maining, so this is the difference. I have Twitch games and I have YouTube games. Warframe's a YouTube game. So that's why it's not like every week like Liza P, which is a Twitch game. There is method to the madness. It just doesn't make sense to anybody else. But then things like charity streams and stuff tend to be easier to organise, and everything on like a weekend. And if that happens to be the weekend that I'm meant to be playing Warframe, that's going to be the thing that falls down, unfortunately. If I had more time in life, I'd be able to play more, but I don't. I wish I could. Like, if I didn't have to work, you would get so much content. So much. And I'd actually be able to make things that weren't just Let's Plays. Which, that would be nice. I'd quite like to do stuff that isn't just Let's Plays. I understand the madness. Thank you, Boog. You're the only person who's played Warframe like this and actually enjoyed it. So completely different from how it's designed to be played. I'll try to say you're wrong for it. I like playing games certain ways. Like, I don't think it would be fair for me to be like, oh, the game's shit, if I'm not actually trying to play it. And I'll always try and play it my way before I try and play it the game's way. Or the community's way. But games should be able to be played lots of different ways. Try and catch more of your streams, my friend. No worries if you can't leave. They're always on YouTube anyway. So if you're ever, like, you know, want to watch something after and stuff too, that's perfectly fine. But it's always nice to see you in chat. Always nice to see you. I'm glad I can keep you company while you're working. Right. I want to see what we're going to do. We are not going into the just chatting category. So, it's weird that, like, I've not been in just chatting for the longest time. So, we've spent a while in here. Normally this was the category that you would get follow botted on. So I'm glad to see that's not the case at the moment. Okay, I know where we're gonna go see. It's someone that came and said hi to us the other day. I very rarely get a chance to visit their streams. Because they're normally finished before I am. So, we're gonna raid Pixel Bandits. If you'd like to come along with a raid, that's the raid message. First one's for subs, second one's for non-subs. If you want to join us in the Discord, there's a link for that there. And if you'd like to say hi on YouTube, there's a link for that there. If you're on YouTube, all the links and stuff are down below the video. If you want to find me anywhere else. And if you could like the stream, comment on it if you're watching after the fact. I know it's a bit different, just chatting rather than playing games. I was very tired. I was very tired today. And if you haven't already and you just happen to be stumbling across this, if you could maybe subscribe to the channel. We play lots of different games here. Currently playing Warframe, Half-Life, Liza P we've got on the go. Banishers, Ghost of New Eden, there's Cyberpunk, there's Expedition 33, there's loads of stuff that we played. So yeah. I hope you all enjoy your evening, and I will speak to you on Wednesday, I think, with some more Liza P. We might actually finish the game this week. Who knows? It was nice to chat to you all. Thank you for hanging out with me while we did a random just chatting stream. But yeah, enjoy your evening. I'll speak to you all later. Bye!